Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Dark Souls PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Demon's Greataxe, the most physically damaging weapon in the game. And really, this thing is more than a truck. This thing is like a tank or something. It's ridiculous. At 46 strength, which is what you need to wield it with one hand, if you have a Crystal Demon's Greataxe, you're able to hit over 700 damage. This thing, the AR is over 700 damage is what I'm trying to say. So that's really good. And really it's easy, relatively speaking, to get a crystal one of these because you can just farm for a regular one and yeah, it's not a problem at all. So getting started. The Demon's Greataxe has a weight of 22 units, which is fair for a Greataxe class weapon. It's around average, so it's not too bad. In addition to that, you have an A scaling without upgrading it at all, and an S scaling at plus 15. So really that's what contributes a lot to the fact you have a massive amount of damage. It's an S scaling. It's what should be expected. And for a strength weapon, yeah, it's just good. It's great, really. There's no other way to say it. It's great. So, getting started with the pros and cons of the weapon, it has the typical Greataxe pros, which would include the fact that it's got good stamina damage, good stun locking, good poise break, guard break, all that stuff. In addition to those, you have the incredibly high damage, which is the highest in the game, as I said before. You have that sideways swing, which is relatively unique. There's only one other Greataxe with a swing similar to that, which would be the Stone Greataxe, and this thing outdamages it by about 100-ish damage, so it's really pretty significant in damage difference. In addition to that, you have the uppercut, which really can throw people off. People don't expect you to do the uppercut, and they have a habit of walking in or trying to get it behind you for a backstab. So you can just unlock and turn around and not backstab them, but unlock, turn around, and uppercut them. So really, it's pretty good of a move. It's a pretty good move set. It's really versatile, and I like that about this weapon. It's not like the other Demon Great weapons with the exact same one-handed and two-handed moveset, which is why this is actually my favorite of the Demon Great weapons. For the two-handed moveset, you've got that two-handed delayed smackdown, which is really good. I'm pretty sure the majority of you have seen, Peeve, I think? He used that in a few videos against gankers, Red Tier Stone Range, and just completely destroyed them with it one shot. So, it's a strong attack. It's a very powerful attack. I never actually landed it. I was just happy with my uppercuts. So, anyway, the cons of the weapon. The cons of the weapon would include the typical Greataxe cons, being short range, slow swing speed, and it uses a lot of stamina to swing it, which really, that's not a con I typically mention, but I've caught myself having some issues with this weapon because of that, and that's why I decided I'd be better off fast rolling than medium rolling and put on the Chloranthy ring. So I figured that'd be better off, and I was right with that. So stamina regeneration is something you definitely want to have when you're using this axe, especially if you're fat rolling, because it's just helpful in general. Right here, that wall, that's a good wall. I like that wall. Just sometimes it's not worth trying to dodge pursuers. When you're fat rolling, that's one of those times. It's just save the effort. So anyway, other cons that this weapon has, I suppose the weight could be considered a con, and I mentioned the short reach, I mentioned the slow swing speed. Really, that's pretty much it. This weapon is really good for what is required to use it, and I really do like this weapon. It's got just great damage for relatively low stats, because there are weapons that deal less damage that have higher requirements, being the Demon's Great Hammer, which requires 48 strength, I believe. Stone Greataxe, Smo's hammer, of course, because that's definitely not the most damaging weapon in the game. It's really fun to use, though. It's really fun to use. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Overall, I'd have to say that this is a really, really, really good weapon. It's got a great moveset that can... Oop, right there. As I was saying, it's got a great moveset. It can dead angle really easily with that R2, the one-handed R2. You can really throw people off, throw people up into the air with its other part of the R2, and it's really good. So, to quickly recap everything, the pros of the weapon would include typical Greataxe pros being good stun locking, good stamina damage, drain, poise break, guard break, whatever. It's all that good stuff. You have the sideways swing, which can dead angle really, really easily. Pretty much if anyone is standing next to you, like right up against you, then they're going to be dead angled by it. So it's really good. It's a really reliable attack. In addition to that, you have the uppercut, which again is really reliable because people have a habit of trying to come in and backstab you. So you can just change your direction and throw them up in the air. Not a problem at all. The typical cons for the Greataxe class weapons are also shared by this weapon. It's got the slow swing speed. It's got the pretty good amount of stamina drain for you when you attack. And it has a decently short range. I think it's actually a little bit more than a few of the other Greataxes, but in comparison to other weapon classes, it's relatively short. So that pretty much sums it up. This is the last fight. This guy actually, it was really close, so shout out to this guy. It was an awesome fight. Really, it's a great weapon. Anyone with 46 strength, I highly suggest that they pick it up and give it a shot. So, yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.